Hello, and welcome to day 17 of the 30-day Nature Connection Challenge. And today's practice is bird watching. So this is really sort of mindful bird watching. Ideally, it could be any kind of bird watching, whatever appeals to you. But I'm inviting you to notice the birds around you, and maybe there are some birds that you're particularly familiar with that you could look at just a little bit more closely and differently, possibly again employing this idea of beginner's brain, sort of looking at them as though you'd never seen them before, noticing maybe their behaviours and what they do, noticing what their tendencies are, and what their sort of character is, whether this is quite a bold bird, whether it's a shy bird, whether they tend to be more on the ground, or whether they're in trees, bushes, how they feed, which directions they fly in, what their sort of flight pattern and things like this look like. So rather than just kind of spotting a bird, naming it if you're able to, and then it goes off and does something, actually just taking time to observe, to see whether all birds are the same or whether there are differences. So obviously they have a tendency to come and go relatively quickly, but over time you can really build a connection with them just by actually getting to know their behaviour. And so it's good just to find a spot where you can sit very still and quietly, and you'll tend to find that as you do this, they basically just ignore you being there. So there are lots of birds that if you're in a sort of very centred way of being and you're just sitting quite quietly, you'll find that actually they tend to get closer than perhaps they would otherwise do if you were sort of walking with your dog or whatever, sort of moving around. So yeah, give it a whirl, see how it goes.